have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
So it's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Are men
Men are the
trash?
most horrible creatures.
Men are the
It's because a
problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Are men
Men are the
trash?
most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to the Devil's Advocate live stream. If you guys catch the intro, right? I think I'm trying to make that intro to some of my newer videos, or at least my TikTok compilation videos, right? So please tell me if you guys like that. I think it's an interesting because it's a TikTok audio, and I thought it was really, really good. I wish I thought that up, right? Or I wish I had the time or the energy to put all that together, right? All those sound bites together. But yeah, how you guys doing? Hope you guys had a good week. So, I think tonight will be pretty interesting, right? We're gonna check out some. I've been collecting a few women's dating stories, so I thought, why not? I think it'd be interesting to listen to them and check them out. So, why not listen to some of them? Some of them might be interesting to react to. Who knows, right? So, but again, we're gonna do that. Please tell me if you guys like the intro, right? Because I'm going to include that into some of my videos, right? Because I'm not really editing a whole lot of my videos, so the ones that probably will have that as the intro is probably my TikTok compilations. Yeah. Besides that, let's get started with one dating story. All right, so let's react to this this women's dating story.
So I matched with this guy on Tinder, and he looks kind of like a catfish, right? So he's a little too cute for the area. Listen, if you've lived in the area that you grew up in, you know the type of guys that you're matching with, and sometimes things just seem a little bit like you're a little too good for this area, a little too good to be true. So I matched with him, and I was like, well, if nothing else, it'll be good content, right? So let's see where it goes. Well, after the first couple minutes, he says something about where I live, and I was like, I pay to have my account private so that you can't see where I live. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, well, I mean, you gotta live somewhere in the area, right? And I'm like, absolutely not, because you...
That is ridiculous. Yes, you should live. I mean, if she's talking about a dating app, then it's like no one's traveling hundreds of miles to meet a date. So really, it's like that's another thing where women find red flags in such weird ways, right? I mean, I'm not saying that off the bat, right? There, what she just said, right? She finds that as a red flag. Because it's common sense that if you find each other through like a dating app or whatever, it is logical that you are in the area. It don't matter if you set your account to private. Most people date within a proximity. Yeah. Hundreds of miles, it's ridiculous. It's like, who's going to another state for a first date?
You can match with people hundreds of miles outside of your area, but okay. So I let that go. Shocker.
You can match, yes. But who's going to go to a different state for a first date? Matching is really different.
No, not a red flag at all. So then a few minutes go by again, and he was like, oh, and he said something about my high school. And I was like, I did not go to high school with me. I know for a fact you did not go to high school for me. I remember every single person that I graduated. It's a small town. I know everything. And you're saying you're the same age as me, and you went to high school, or you made some comment about my high school. Now you've said something about where I live and said something about my high school. So then I continued to let it go on for a couple minutes. I know. Scream at me, yell at me, do whatever. Did you know you can buy giant bags of Gushers, like, as an adult? These are delicious. This is a giant bag of Gushers. So a few more minutes go by, and I was like, hey, your account isn't verified. Why isn't your account verified? And he's like, oh, I forgot to do it. And I'm like, well, you should do it right now. And he was like, I'll do it later when I go home from work. And I was like, okay. So I don't talk to him for the whole rest of the day. So the next day, he's like, can I have your phone number? I want to send you a picture. So I know that you're worried I'm not real. I want to send you a picture. And I was like, no. I'm like, you can have, my Instagram or my Snapchat, and you can send.
Oh, I guess she's just talking to someone. She's just talking to someone over online. Okay. I guess that's a bit different. I thought she said go on a date. Maybe I misheard that then.
Me a picture over there, and he was like, no, I really want your phone number. And I'm like, okay, you can't have my phone number. Why are you so pushy? Add me on Snap. Most guys are like, Snap, perfect. Woo. So it goes. He still won't add me on Snap or Instagram. I'm like, this is kind of weird. And then all of a sudden, I get this Snapchat request, and it's from someone who just created Snapchat, has 0, whatever that number is, created this day on this day. I'm like, tell me you're fake without telling me you're fake. So I was like, hold on, I can do some digging. I can figure out who this is. Come to find out, long story short, because I feel like now I'm getting off track here. It was 100% a girl. Someone that I know, someone that I went to high school with, someone around my age fucking with me. And she created a fake profile to match with me and say, it didn't go any further than that, so I don't know what her end goal was here, just to fucking embarrass me or something. I don't know. It didn't work. I embarrassed my shit. I embarrass myself every single day. Didn't work. She created a fake Snapchat so she could talk to me. She was probably trying to get naked pictures of me or anything, but welcome to dating in 2024. Also buy these Gushers. So I matched with this guy on Tinder.
That is crazy. That is weird. Let me say this. I honestly, I agree. I agree in that online dating is so shitty. You do not know how many fake accounts or I've been getting accounts, right? Matches with women that don't make sense, right? Usually Asian women, which is pretty weird, really weird. Practically every single Asian woman that I match with, they eventually, and they have practically the same story. They live in another country. But they have a place in the States, right? And somewhere in the country, somewhere in the US, but they're outside of the country for whatever reason. And then they're saying, oh, they start talking to you, trying to get to know you, okay? I was fooled in the first few times. They try to get to know you. And then they send in and say, oh, you ever do Forex, right? Oh, you ever do Bitcoin trading? Oh, you ever do this, do that? God damn it! Like, seriously, do you have to advertise? I was like, it's like, that's why a lot of men are just giving up. Probably women too. I don't hear as many fake accounts with women, but I've heard so many fake accounts with men, right? That so many men are just getting with either bots, either fake women, or or misleading accounts, right? Where women, yes, they're trying to advertise some effing thing to you, some crypto trading, Forex trading, whatever trading. It's like, God damn it. So that's why it's so annoying, right? Dating, online dating is absolute a shit show. It is. And this is the thing, right? I kind of like online dating in the sense that it just, you know, you start to, this is the thing, it get rid of the BS of like women find you unattractive, because again, hopefully they swiped on you because they think you're attractive, okay? So it you know, cuts through that crap in real life where you don't know if a woman thinks you're attractive or not, right? So at least the ones that swiped on you, you pretty much know that, or hope that she already at least think you're attractive in your images. So that's why I kind of like that. And plus, you know, I like online dating for, you know, you're just getting to know the personality, right? I may talk, I mean, like, I may have shit charm, I may have like zero riz, right? But online you could type out the things, you know, questions and all that shit, so it might be easier. So I do like online dating, but yeah, it's gotten worse over time with all the scams and the fakes. So I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know women are experiencing something. But I mean, yes, she's there was a fake account, but it's like someone she knew trying to do something to her. But it's like, I'm in, you know, getting, it's just shitty. It's shitty, but you know, it is what it is. I would like to hear some of your guys' online, you know, failures and shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's, you know, it is what it is. I didn't expect that one. I thought it would be more like a story, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's do a Kendra G reaction. I think that's always fun. Yep. Alright, so let's react to this Kendra G video.
Hey,
How you pronounce your name, baby?
Marley.
Marley. Marley, where you calling me from?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh God. Like, I'm already like the ego, the narcissism, having your own like portrait, your own portrait. I think that's a red flag. That shit is a red flag in my opinion. Like literally, she has her own portrait of her face in our house. I think that's a red flag.
That where?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay. And how old are you?
39.
39. And what you do for a living?
I'm a vice president of HR.
Vice president. Okay, vice president.
Let me say this. She's gonna suffer loneliness. 39. I've said this before. As women age, they become bigger red flags. So, you know, I'll probably go into detail of that a little bit more. And vice president, she's definitely one a six-figure man. You know, she's high in the corporate ladder. Wants a six-figure man when she's average at best in looks, if that. I mean, looks kind of chubby, right? And she's 39. It's just like, yeah.
Ooh, chat. You have any kids?
I do. I have a 22-year-old daughter.
Okay. Have you ever been married, Marley?
No.
No. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus. When's your birthday?
May 6th.
Okay, I'm May 7th. We one day apart.
Yes.
Wait, no, I'm older than you. We one day in a couple years. All right, so we got Marley, Scottsdale, Arizona, 39, Taurus, vice president of HR, mom to a 22-year-old, never married. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm a loyal man, one that is ready for commitment.
Okay.
I want to be married. One that
Married at 39. I've said this before, right? In my opinion, men should, especially modern day men, right? Men should only marry because, I mean, if they want to, right? You do what you want. but you should only marry if you're gonna have kids, in my opinion. Right? If you're going to make that level of commitment, children, you should create the stable home, i.e., usually what marriages provide. Right? But 39, logistically, right? You're 39, you ain't gonna meet no man tomorrow, right? So, you know, timeline wise, boom. You meet a man, let's say within the year, you're 40. I mean, you're not gonna get, you know, married right away. So let's say another 2 years, boom, you're 42. You know, you're not gonna have kids right away. You shouldn't. Right? Boom, maybe another year. You know, you're 43. He ain't having kids with you, right? I mean, like the likelihood. I mean, not impossible, but it's not that high. So he ain't having kids with you. So what's the point of marrying you, right? And here's the thing. She's a vice president of whatever corporate, right? She's making decent money. It's not a wise choice because most likely this woman wants a six-figure man as well for him to marry a woman and risk his assets of any kind of way. Who knows when she gets bored and doesn't want to be with him. So, for no kids, not worth it.
Understands what partnership looks like. You know, a woman that comes to a relationship, I would say seasoned, right? I'm 39. I am not a young chicken. I want to be a wife. I want to nurture. I want to cater to my man who understands what that looks like. Because that does come along with some requirements.
Okay, what requirements does that come along with?
So if I'm cooking and cleaning and I'm steaming underwear and I'm running bath waters, you would never have to ask me if I'm going to cook. You would never have to ask me to be a woman to do those things. I shouldn't ask you to take the trash out. I shouldn't ask you to be a man. I shouldn't have to ask you to provide and protect because you would never have to ask me to be a woman.
Okay, so
providing and protecting. It's like you're a vice president. Why would you need someone to provide for you? And here's the thing, right? At 39, always question why you're single. Women think that they make themselves out, oh, I'm cooking, cleaning, running your bath water. Okay. Why are you still single then? Why are you still single? A keeper. Yeah. I mean, at 39, no one has kept her yet. So
provide as in he pays all the bills?
No, I think what works best for us in a relationship, I've done 50-50. I've had a man that was a provider. I think it's really the two individuals that's within that relationship.
Okay.
Can figure it.
So what are your deal breakers?
Men that have children under the age of 13. I don't really want young kids like that. My daughter's grown. Come over here, potential. I don't date potential. So if you haven't figured life out by this point, I'm not the girl for you. I'm not going to help you build. I'm not going to help you become established.
I mean, it's fine, right? Her preferences is whatever. It is what it is. But here's the thing what women need to understand. Yeah, if you're not helping the man build, you expect him to have loyalty to you? You expect him to really treat you a certain... It's like, this is the thing, right? You're coming into women can't understand. You're coming into a man's life who's already built, who's already established. He doesn't give a shit about your stuff. Right? I mean, it's great. It's nice that you're vice president and you work and all that shit. It's great. But again, you are attracted to his assets, right? His ambitions, him being already built. It don't mean that he's attracted to you if you're already built. Men and women are attracted to two different things.
Come with something because I'm coming with something. Okay. And I know it's not going to fare well with the comments.
Okay. So she's not going to build you up. Be already built.
Yes.
This ain't Legos. No, Legos. This ain't Legos. All right. Should he look a certain way?
I definitely don't have a preference. I have typically dated big guys, defensive linemen, O linemen. I'm a football girl. So that's it. As long as I'm attracted to him, I could care less what the world
Okay.
thinks.
What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes, at least 6 figures. He needs to be equally yoked. I'm a vice president. I have 4 degrees. So if that gives you any indication of where I sit.
Here's the thing, right? It's great. I'm not saying to go for a woman that's a bum. No. I'm not saying to go for a woman that's a leech. But here's the thing. Just like a woman that's works at McDonald's, she wants a provider. No different than a woman that's vice president. She wants a provider. Right? Women in general wants a provider. Women in general cares about the men's money. Right? So really, yeah. I mean, if she divorced you, she takes half too. If a woman that works at McDonald's divorced you, she's taking half as well. So really, okay. I mean, it's not like that much drastic difference, in my opinion. Yes, it's great that she has her own like goals, her own job, but at the end of the day, okay, here's the thing: a lot of women, they want to go for a man that's a provider, so that man can pretty much take away the responsibilities of women, right? They want to either work less or not work at all, right? Not have to be burdened with the responsibilities of being an adult. Okay, so this is the thing. Great, she has 4 degrees. Cool, whatever. Great, she's a vice president. Okay, great. Your accomplishment is great, but then that don't make him attracted to you. There are pluses, right? They could be pluses, something to talk about, something to have conversations with, but it doesn't make him attracted to you. So, great, you have 4 degrees. I mean, but you're still single, right? You're 4 degrees. Your vice president status hasn't landed you a man. So really, great.
Let's be equally yoked in that.
So make at least $100,000.
Yes.
So if he made $70,000, should he reach out to you?
You know what? I would say yes. I mean, yeah, he can reach out to me. I'm not gonna say it's a disqualifying factor.
Okay.
What I am gonna say is it's expensive to live life right now, and if we want to live life a certain kind of way with no excuses, it costs.
Okay.
First of all, it's not expensive to live life, but she did correct herself. Yes, if you want to live life a certain way, right? Then yes, it's expensive.
Fair enough. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, okay. I just had knee surgery last week, so let's.
Oh, you can't stand up?
I'm gonna stand up.
Well, if you're in a situation, I'll give you grace.
No. It's okay.
Why did you have knee surgery? What happened?
I tore my meniscus.
Okay.
Clear.
How?
So let's see. So I'm limping.
Okay. You got that. You had that booty in our face for a second. All right.
She's just big. I mean, yeah, she's big and she has a butt. But it's because she's big. This one is a plus size woman, right? But here's the thing. 39, chubby. High expectations. This is the thing with women, right? You can have whatever expectations you want, right? You can. But reality shows if you fit those expectations or not. Now, let's say she's dated men, 6 figures, all that shit. Great. But she, I mean, yeah, maybe keeps a clean house, whatever. But here's the thing. She hasn't been able to get a man that fits her standards to commit to her long term. So, this is the thing, I've said this before. Women will never not have options. Women have options. No matter they're big, skinny, ugly, pretty, old, young, whatever. They will have options. But will they have the men that they want? That's the key. And obviously at 39, she hasn't found the man that she wants to commit to her long term.
Okay. We see you, Mama. Marley, when was your last relationship?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I think it was January.
January. Okay. They're telling me to ask, do you typically date men that make 100K?
Yeah. Yes. I work in sports, so it's not like I don't have a plethora of men that I have access to. But what I learned as being a Black executive is you don't play where you eat. So
I don't know if I agree with that, because I tell women all the time, if you around these men, y'all need to lock it in, because that's what the other women be doing. The women who don't have the degrees, what they do is their degree is trying to get your coworker. And if you are a person who is surrounded by these 100K men, you need to have the mindset of the other women who there to get her husband. You need to get your husband, girl, if you around them all the time.
I think so. I think it's hard when you work with them. I mean, if you're in sports, you're with them 7 days a week sometimes. They become family. They become brothers.
Well, you said,
and it's hard.
no, but my question was, I asked you, did you date men, not work with them?
No, I thought you said that I dated men that made 100K.
Yes.
I go, yes, I have.
So you have, okay, so then you have dated the men you work around with at times.
Well, yeah, and so I've only been in 2 relationships, one for 15 years and one for 3, and they both made 100K.
Okay. So,
And yet they still failed. This is a thing where women like, great, right? That's your main thing is 100K. Great. It don't mean success. This is the thing, right? You date men that make that. Women have to understand, why are you still failing? Why at 39, even though you been in so-called relationships with men that fit your standards, yet you're still single? The common denominator has to be you, right? Your standards are whack. Your viewpoint on dating, your viewpoints on men are just terrible, and you're failing at it, right?
were they co-workers?
No.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right. Did I ask you the last time you were intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
No, it's fine. It was in January.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I would say my patience. I'm a very giving person, and so I expect myself out of individuals. And once you don't show me that, I get turned off real quickly. I walk away. Let's see. I can be a little nonchalant. I guess I could. Sometimes I just don't really speak up. I'll just walk away from situations without actually talking. And I guess right now being intentional with dating, it has always been a focus to be a mother, now my career. So being intentional about actually finding a husband could be a priority.
Okay. And
here's the thing. Women that make men last on their priority list, it shows. It shows. So this is the thing. What are men getting now that they're your priority? Used up, high expectations, bitterness, it's disagreeableness, combativeness, just a whole lot of undesirableness. Okay? This is the thing. It's insane that women want men at their best, yet give men their worst. Right? Women want men at their best, yet they give men the worst. Right? Them at their worst. This is not, in my opinion, this is not women at their best. Her being a vice president, her having 4 degrees, her being 39, her being chubby, her being being a baby mom. You're not at your best. Great. You make 6 figures. Awesome. Unless you're paying his bills, what does it mean? It don't mean anything. She's used. Like I said, You want a man at his best, yet you're used up. You know, you've been through trauma, bunch of relationships, used up by men that you obviously don't want to be with. Hey, this is the thing what women understand. You want men at their best, yet you give these men your worst. This woman at her stage in life is not her prime, right? But you want men at their prime. And a lot of men realize this. What am I getting? What am I really getting? A woman that cooks and cleans. Well, a 29-year-old can cook and clean. A 29-year-old can run my bathwater. Like, this is the thing. If you are a six-figure man, top percent man, you are rare. You can attract younger women who are at their prime, who are probably most likely less bitter, hopefully less used up, hopefully not jaded, hopefully not a baby mom, you know, hopefully will get on his program. Because here's the thing, this woman at 39, she ain't getting a no man's program, right? She ain't submissive to nobody. She ain't following any man's lead, right? It's her lead. I guarantee you, this woman is not going to be able to go 50-50.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you, sweetie?
I mean, I feel like.
Here, this is the thing, right? Plan said young women dumb. Now, here's the thing. I've met some intelligent younger women, but I also have met some idiotic older women, and I've shown plenty of idiotic older women. I mean, intelligent is relative, right? Let's say this. If you meet a younger woman, if you are an accomplished man, a good man, an intelligent man, you can teach a younger woman a lot of things. You ain't teaching an older woman, no matter how stupid she is, anything, right? Because at a certain age and a certain lifestyle of women, well, they have lived their life in a way that they ain't listen to nobody. No man is going to come into their life and dictate anything, right? Or shape anything or give advice to anything. So, I mean, I'm a man, right? So, bro, yes, I may be saying I'm looking at from a man's perspective, but here's the thing. Like I said, I don't date younger women, right? I'm also looking at a perspective where I date strong, independent women. I've dated women in finance. Finance, right? I've dated women that are, leaders of organizations. I've dated women who are the strong, independent women type. Now, I'm generalizing. I'm not saying everything is every situation is every correct situation. No. But I'm saying like this. It is logical. Here's the part where I'm saying. It is logical. If you are dating the strong, independent woman, no matter what age, I don't care. Let's say, even if she's young, right? The strong, independent woman. Well, most likely, she ain't listening shit to you. She ain't listening nothing about you, right? You can't tell her anything. You can't advise her about anything, right? The strong, independent woman, no matter what age, she could be 29, she could be 39, right? She won't listen. But here's the thing. More than likely, if she has lived, right, a long years of being strong and independent, the more years she's lived that kind of lifestyle, the more ingrained the strong, independent mindset she has. So there's key difference. A strong, independent woman that's 29 is different than the strong, independent woman that's 39. Drastically different, in my opinion, okay? Because that mentality where she had now 10 more years, right, of strong, independent, where I don't need no man, right? That is more ingrained than ever. Now, I'm not saying that a strong, independent woman that's 29, she's not difficult. I'm not saying that, but there's a higher chance if you make logical sense, maybe, right? She can be understanding it, right? She won't be, hopefully, because she didn't been through as much trauma or life experience, she's may be easier to listen, right? She may have propensity to listen more, Now, there's no, I'm not saying no 100% case, but that's the logic I'm seeing, right? Because here's the thing. I've said this before. Life experience makes women harder to be with. Okay? The more women go through life, the traumas and tribulations, the being by themselves, paying their own bills, dictating their own actions, right? They will not listen to nobody. Bro, I'm saying this, right? Yo, you date, here's the thing, right? You date whoever you want. I'm saying you can date whoever you want, whatever makes you happy. Yeah, I've never really dated an older woman like that. I've dated usually, unless she's like one year older than me, maybe. But I've usually dated a woman that's around my age, right? 2-3 years, so it's not that, drastic. But yeah, that's just my thinking about it.
I'm an overall, all around good person. I definitely don't do drama. I'm not with the arguing. I'm compromising. I'm a girl. I'm a sports girl. I have a PS5. So I feel like I'm very relatable. And again, to know me is to love me. I've never met a stranger. I'm a caring, nurturing kind of person. Sorry, I'm nervous. I didn't got on your show, Lord Jesus. Yeah, I think I come with all the values that men look for, outside of the debate about being a plus size woman asking for 6 figures. I think that debate is crazy.
Wait, what? Okay. What debate?
It's going on in the comments. Being plus size and being 40 and asking for someone who makes 6 figures. Like, why would a man who makes 6 figures want to date a girl that's plus size? I'm like, that debate is old. Like, pick another reason why a plus size woman should ask or require things out of men that she provides. Like, my weight doesn't dictate my worth. So let's stop.
Let's say this, right? It does. Now, I'm not saying that it's 100%. I know plenty of men that like plus size women. I've dated plus size women, right? I'm not saying that I'm in love with it, but I've dated. I didn't care so much, right? But here's the thing. You have to understand, right? Here's a woman that dates and goes after men that are 6-figure earners. He can date, right? Women that are plus size, women that are athletic, whatever, all these range of women. Obviously, she boxed herself in to just dating men that are 6-figure earners. And this is the thing where you can see her dating history. She's still single. As amazing as she's just trying to make herself out to be, she's still single. So really, I've always questioned it. How are you so amazing? Right? You just said you're everything that men ask for. Great. Yet you're still single. You're a baby mama. So obviously, we all know that at least one relationship didn't work. She just said 2. So really, we already know 2 relationships didn't work. Okay? It's either you left them, but you chose these type. I mean, it's like it's the whackness of it,
With the weight comments, like, let's be for real.
Okay. I was actually, it's hard for me to read the comments, so I didn't see those comments. But the comments are saying that because you're plus size, you shouldn't request a 6-figure guy.
Not that you shouldn't request them, right? Here's the thing. You can request whoever you want. Reality will dictate if you qualify for it. Yeah, this is the thing women gotta understand. Men that have sex with you, men that would date you, is different than men that would commit to you. Absolutely different. So the men that you want, even if they will have sex with you, even if they go on a date with you, it don't mean the same if these men would commit to you long term. So you gotta think why.
Well, you said you dated 6-figure men. Were you plus size then?
No, I gained a lot of weight over the last year since my original ACL injury. But regardless of like me being 50 pounds lighter and to now I'm the same person.
Well, that is you're the same person, but
I look different.
The thing is, unfortunately, child, that's why I asked you, did you have those same men? So you gained 50 pounds since then? So you don't think that that would be a hindrance at all?
No,
The type of guy that you say you want.
I don't think so, because I mean, if you're only dating me or you're only going to marry me based because I look good in a bikini or I was 50 pounds with a body, what happens when, like what happened, an ACL tear, then
the hypocrisy. So if I'm only dating you because if you're skinny, okay, you're only dating him if he makes 6 figures. What happens when he loses his money? He goes broke. Will you support him? Right? Are you supporting him for the rest of his life? I mean, it's like, this is the thing where women, like, here's the thing. Clan just said it. I'm looking at things from my perspective. Women do the same. But in my honest opinion, my perspective, at least men's perspective, is usually more logical than women's. Now, I'm not saying that my perspective is 100% correct. But in my opinion, most of the time when men talk, it's usually logical. When women talk, it's delusional, it's hypocritical, right? It's really insanity, in my opinion.
a meniscus tear happens, you gain weight because you can't work out. What happens then? You're going to leave me? So why is weight a requirement? I think I'm solely on board with preference. I like big boys. Like, if you're super skinny, I wouldn't naturally like have eyes around you. Not to say that you weren't an option, but a preference, not a requirement.
Okay, I think this, let me ask you this. So you said, obviously he shouldn't leave you if he gains weight. Now you made it clear his salary is important because you want to live a certain way. So what happens if he loses his salary and no longer can be a 100K man? Do you stay with that man?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a thing to where I don't want men, I not come across men that they see my lifestyle and then they challenge it.
Cap. Absolutely cap. Right? And this is the thing. Women can say this because they're not living it. Yeah, I can date a man that's broke. I can date a man that's not making 100K. And then, you know what? Give it time. Like, I can't stand this man. I can't stand this man. I married this man, right? But now I can't stand this man because he's not providing the lifestyle I want. He doesn't have the money. Even though he's nice, right? He's faithful. He helps around the household. He helps with the children. But he's broke. It has happened plenty.
Right? Why have a housekeeper?
I've heard stories of women changing how they view their husband because their husband lost their job and couldn't find work. Couldn't find the same level of job again. And women have lost love for men like that. Even though he was completely the same, his job was just gone. And I've seen women divorce men on that shit.
Why do you do this? I think if you make a certain amount of money, understand that it's not a huge task to have a housekeeper, you wouldn't come in and try to change me. So I think that's where the salary requirement comes. I'm not flying Frontier. Don't ask me. Again, it comes along with salary.
Well, you say you're not flying Frontier.
I haven't seen a economy seat in 10 years.
What? Yeah.
Not to
Don't play with it. Only thing, this is what I say to that. And I think just as absolute you are with certain things, I think men are absolute with certain things too. But we don't ever accept it, right? So I hear you and I'm gonna honor you. You, like you said, you first class only. Your requirements are your requirements. I don't think there's an overall rule. There's plenty of men who make a certain amount of money who date women who are not thin, right? So we know that to be true.
Saying not thin, and then saying that there are plenty, it's like, I've seen the aesthetics of wealthy men's choices. Yeah, they may not be thin, but they're practically Coke bottle. She doesn't have a Coke bottle shape.
But there are guys who, see, the thing is, all men like to show off stuff, you know? So what I've come to learn from hosting this show, rather, weight is a big thing. Like, I know we push back on this and we try not to honor it, but it is one of the things for men. Like, hygiene is the biggest thing for all, but then weight is also a big factor for men. I don't make the rules, I'm just sharing the data, right? So we could push back all day on it, or we could decide, okay, that's what it is for that. But do I think every man who fits that category is gonna base it off of that? I can't say that to be true, no.
No, I'm not saying that. I just see one comment and I'm like, it's a discussion. Again, I can't see them all. So don't absolutely want to like judge everything that's been said, but that's been my experiences is gaining weight. Weight does seem to be a factor in the type of man that the public thinks you deserve. And they do think the thinner women deserve the handsome man, the man that makes a lot of money.
It's more like you ask a man at a certain level, he's going to ask you at a certain level too, right? He has worked to get the finances that he has. Well, she has to work to get the body that she has. For her, you don't need to work for that body, right? You can eat and be a homebody and still have the same body as her, right? You can't eat and be a homebody and have 6 figures. So really, it's really different, right? It's what men want and what women want. Men in general prefer looks, right? And they prefer looks and slender. I'm not saying skinny, but slender, Coke body shape, right? Shit like that. While women prefer 6-figure men. So,
and I'm just like, I don't agree with that. That's not something that I subscribe to as a way of thinking. And again, it's just me, my preference.
I got you. All right, well, the time has come. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name on the app?
So, I don't know, she's going to talk about the app now. It is what it is, but this is the thing where, you know, this is the thing where she's not understanding. Is she attracting the men that she wants for long-term commitment? She's not. She's 39, still single. She's been single for 3 years. So she's not attracting the men that she wants. This is the thing where I've said this before. Women, I think she hits 40, she should stay out of the dating market. Because this thing, her standards ain't going lower. So really, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, rich men cheat, but I'm saying that rich men also have high standards, right? The men that she wants also has equally, if not higher, standards. Because here's the thing. These men are more desirable than these women. Okay? Women that's a vice president, 4 degrees, a baby mama, 39. No one's knocking on her door to be married to her. Maybe to tap it, yeah, to pump and dump. Men would do that with practically any woman, right? Yeah, she said she was like a couple months ago, right? So, but this is the thing that just shows you, right? Men will gladly use her. They don't care about her standards, and obviously she doesn't care about her standards too. So, because she'll gladly give her body to men that don't qualify for her, but she'll give her body to these men. Yeah, you know what? I said this before. Exactly, Clan. Honestly, women at this stage in life, focus on your career. Just have friends, travel, spend your money, go first class wherever you want to go, and have, you know, situationships, right? Friends with benefits. You know, when you want to have sex, you have that friend with benefit. But other than that, I'm not saying she doesn't qualify for one of the men, right? But it's like, honestly, it's gonna be hard. It's going to be hard, you know, for her to meet who she wants, and that's what women gotta understand. So, I think it's ridiculous. But what do you guys think? All right, so let's move on to the next clip. I think this one was I didn't bother to look for the original, so you know, I'm gonna watch her reactions to this video as well, or this clip. So let's check this clip out.
With the way my dating life is going right now, I feel like I'm gonna be single for a long time. Like a long time. I literally just cannot stand. I cannot stand these vanilla ass men. You're boring. You don't intrigue me. And at this point, I'm like losing faith in all men. I just feel like they all want one thing. And if that's what you want, I'm the wrong bitch. Go somewhere else. I cannot tell another man what I like to do on my free time. I can't do it. And I don't give my attention to anybody. And when I'm finally like, oh, like he's cute, like let me talk to him. You're boring! You're boring! You suck!
How do you think men feel when they're typically the ones pulling all of the weight, and in response, they get one-worded responses, 2-hour gaps in conversation, and 0 initiation? The bottom line is that a lot of men today feel like it is pulling teeth to get to know a woman. So if you as a woman don't even want to talk about your hobbies, yet you're telling men that they're too vanilla, they're boring. I'm sorry, is he the only one that's supposed to bring joy and excitement to your life, but you don't provide anything back to him?
With the
This is the thing, right? And she was absolutely correct. If you ever want to check her out, she's Emily King, right? On TikTok. Absolutely right. Here's the thing, right? And I don't know about you guys. I've gone on so many dates, or even let's say conversations, right? On apps where women absolutely show no interest. Even though they swiped on you. Right? They put no effort. 1-word answers, barely a sentence, don't even ask you a question. You have to do everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm tired of women nowadays in the sense that you have to entertain them, right? You have to be so... This is the thing. This is why the players and the bad boys win. Women like this. This is why the players and the bad boys win. Because they know the right words to say. They know how to manipulate women's emotions, right? To make life not so boring. By saying, you know, these pickup lines, saying how to, you know, I've seen some of the TikTok, the toxic messagings and shit like that. How to rile women up. How to really make things interesting for them, right? Entertain them. Like you're some court jester, right? But the players and the bad boys will do that. Why? Because what? They want one thing, right? And to get that, they know how to manipulate women's emotions, women's brains, right? To get that one thing, to tap it and quit it, right? To pump it and dump it. And that's why the players win. The players and the bad boys win. Because they make it not boring for women, right? They entertain women. But this is the thing where I'm fed up with it. I ain't doing that toxic ass shit. I'm not trying to manipulate you. I'm not trying to go about things with one effort on one side. Yo, Alvi, what's up? What's up, bro? Thank you for stopping by. I'm not, that's not what I want to do, right? I'm not trying to talk to you to entertain you, right? I'm trying to talk to you so to get to know you. While in turn for you to get to know me. I'm not trying to, you know, make you, I mean, yes, make women laugh, make women, it's nice, but I mean, again, it's the get to know you period. Okay? This is the thing where, yes, make a woman laugh or whatever, it's good, but not every man can do that. Right? Not every man is like some amazing comedian with like great one-liners. So, I think it's ridiculous. Plus, like she said, it's always one way. We need to entertain the women, right? We need to entertain you. And it's like, you're not, what do you, like, you're not even helping it, right? She said, I'm not even telling you my hobbies. It's like, it's like men have to pull teeth, right? It's like pulling teeth out of women, right? But again, they make it so hard. They make the dating experience so hard. That's why dating sucks. They make it so hard. But let's break it down.
The way my dating life is going right now, I feel like I'm gonna be single for a long time. Like a long time. I literally just cannot stand. I cannot stand these vanilla ass men. You're boring. You don't intrigue me. And at this point, I'm like losing faith in all men.
You're not even dating all men. You're not, it's like you are only attracted to a very few select men. So really, how are you losing faith in all men? The absolute insanity of that is, I hate that shit. When you only are attracted to and you only entertain a very small select few men, and yet you losing faith in all men. That never makes any fucking sense. Absolutely ridiculous.
I just feel like they all want one thing. And if that's what you want, I'm the wrong bitch. Go somewhere else. I cannot tell another man what I like to do on my free time. I can't do it. And I don't.
You can't do that. You can't help the conversation. Yet you expect him to entertain you. Make your life not boring. It's like, this is the thing, right? I've said this before. Women are using men for entertainment, for experiences, right? I've seen this creator, or she pretty much do dating stuff, where she has a different date every single day. A different man, right? She has a different date for every single day. And she says no to coffee dates. So these men are taking her either nice restaurants or different experiences, right? She's still single. Still single. Just using men for experiences, for entertainment. And there's no guarantee of anything. Like, he can entertain the shit out of you and told me that he will be your boyfriend. Because I did this. I don't know if this video is up. I think this video is up. I did this a video a while back, right? This woman met a man at a bookstore, right? They hit it off really they hit it off really well. Okay? So he tried to give her an experience, right? He said, "Oh, meet me at a park." Okay? So he met her, so she did a park, like in the afternoon or whatever, a park date. Went to the park. She was saying, oh, he did a bubble fight with her, right? And she said it was such a fun experience. Did all this, a picnic, all this fun. She had fun. It was amazing. He said, oh, I have something else. Let's do something else tonight. Okay. Took her to a speakeasy, one of those really swing. I mean, like, it's like off the beaten track where you went, like one of those secret speakeasies. She said she always wanted to go to this one, but she never got the chance to. So he took her to the speakeasy. She said she had a great time there, right? So he made the day an experience. Well, she said after that day, she said, we just didn't vibe. So it was a great day, great date. We just didn't vibe. It's like, he gave her such an experience, okay? He did something so, I'm not saying original, but like different, okay? And he tried. And what did it get him? He spent the money, spent the effort, spent the time. Got him nothing. It got him nothing. Because this is the thing women don't understand. Men aren't treasuring, right, one-off dates. That's not something men treasure. Oh, I want to remember that one date I had with that one woman one time. That's such a amazing memory. No, that's BS. Men, I mean, in my opinion, right, at least I don't. I'm not treasuring one-off dates. That's not a memorable experience for me personally. So that's the insanity of it. We need to entertain women. We're court gestures to women, right? Entertain them. Make them feel special, make them feel loved, make them feel whatever. right? Do everything, put in so much effort, put in so much money. And then what do we get? No guarantee of nothing. She will go out on a date with the next man.
I don't give my attention to anybody. And when I'm finally like, oh, like, he's cute, like, let me talk to him.
Also, she just said she doesn't give her attention to anybody. And yet she loses faith in all men. Yeah, the hypocrisy or the delusion.
You're boring! You're boring! You suck!
How do you think men feel when they're typically the ones pulling all of the weight, and in response, they get one-worded responses, 2-hour gaps in conversation, and 0 initiation? The bottom line is that a lot of men today feel like it is pulling teeth to get to know a woman. So if you as a woman don't even want to talk about your hobbies, yet you're telling men that they're too vanilla, they're boring. I'm sorry, is he the only one that's supposed to bring joy and excitement to your life, but you don't provide anything back to him?
With the
And that's the thing, right? I've said this before, and I'm learning it more and more. Women in dating are so selfish. Honestly, I think women, period, are so selfish. They only expect to receive, only expect to take. But God forbid they give, right? God forbid they give. And they think giving sex, cooking and cleaning is giving. Great. I mean, honestly, that's not. That's really not. Okay? And with the amount of women have sex with men in relationships, it's nothing special. So, honestly, women don't understand how selfish they have made the dating market. It's always about them. Who gives a shit about what men want? Who gives a shit about how men feel? Yeah. Insanity. What do you guys think? All right. So let's oh, but thank you guys for, stopping by to tonight's live, right? Alvi, always a joy. Mystic and Clan, you guys are amazing. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being active in the chat. I love it. You guys are amazing. Thank you for anyone else who's, watching, checking it out. Thank you. Yeah, this is a little bit of a long one, so let's check it out. This is her dating story.
Let's do a little story time before I go into work. So I went on a date last week. Now, mind you, I've been out of the game for a minute. I just got out of a 5-year relationship a year ago. So during that entire year, I didn't really see anyone. I didn't go on any dates, and I just started getting back into the dating world. And Lord, do I seriously wish that I did not go on this date. For reference, this guy is older than me. I like to go for older guys. I do appreciate a more established.
Is that a Chick-fil-A shirt? I didn't think they wear it like that, but I don't really go to Chick-fil-A like that, so I don't know what they wear like that.
Established, mature man. My first issue, as soon as I see this guy and I'm walking toward his car, I see the fit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I say like some water shoes, like in the shape of like the Birkenstock clogs or whatever you want to call them, that shape, but like a water shoe, okay? And I'm dead fucking serious. Mind you, we're going to Jersey City to have dinner, so I'm not really sure where the water shoe even played a part here. With a plain t-shirt and some like really soft fabric cargo shorts, okay? I'm ready to run. I'm ready to run. There was just no effort, okay? I'm a t-shirt and sweats girl myself. I don't care. But like the first date and we're going to dinner, I just couldn't even believe it. Has a Tesla. I've never been in a Tesla. So the guy opens the door for me. Thank you. How sweet, right? Like, what a gentleman. What a gentleman. We head our way to Jersey City. Now, I fucked up. I should have never gotten into this guy's car. Usually don't do this. I usually drive myself because I know better. But I was like, you know what? Let me try. Let this guy pick me up, right? Chivalry is not dead. The entire way to Jersey City, this guy is talking.
It's women like this that's killed chivalry, right? Women like this, why men don't see the point in being a gentleman, being chivalrous. Get you what? Her criticizing your dress, criticizing how you dress. Okay, her already don't wanting to go out on a date with you. This is the thing where men sees the logic. Okay, I can be chivalrous. I mean, I can be a gentleman or chivalrous, and then you don't want to go on a date with me, or I don't have to bend over backwards for you, and you still don't want to go on a date with me. Hey, at least I'm not bending over backwards, right? So really, this is the thing where women don't understand. What's the point, right? What's the point of bending over backwards, and then you still don't want to go on a date with a guy, when you bend over backwards and you don't want to go on a date with guys? Still gets you the same results, right? This is the thing where women can't understand. Why chivalry is dead? Because women have killed it. Because again, being a gentleman does not guarantee you nothing. Right? It doesn't add anything. Because again, most likely she will still not go on a date with you, or not want to go on a date with you, or not continue to date you.
About himself. I think the most I really said was, oh, yeah, wow, nice, like, you know, just in agreeing to the things that he's talking on and on and on about, not really asking me any questions, not really engaging. Like, this is not a two-way street conversation. We get to Jersey City, I'm already not feeling.
Or how about, it's like, this is the thing, he doesn't have to ask you a question for you to engage with. And this is the thing. He needs to, that's the laziness of women. He's saying something. How about, you know what? You interject. Oh, you know what? This, that, and that. He has to ask you a question. And I've seen this whole idea with women before, right? The whole ask them a question thing. They don't need to know anything. The men in general, they already know that they wanted to go on a date with you. Hell, they already know that they want to go on a next date with you already. So really, most men don't need to ask you a question right away. They will get to know you within time. The difference is that women, right, are the ones who determine if they're going to go on another date with you, or if they want to go on a date with you. So this is the problem where, this is the thing where, for you to get to know him, for you to determine, oh, I want to go on another date with this man. So he's telling you about himself, so you know if you want to go on another date with this man. Him asking you a question, okay, great. It doesn't necessarily make it a back and forth conversation.
Yeah, okay, I'm uptight, I'm in the car like this. It's just not going down. So we get to the place. I do not order a drink because I'm fucking ready to go. I do not order like any appetizers. Usually I'm like chips and salsa, chips and guac, none of that, okay? We are getting straight to business because I'm ready to go. So I order my 3 little tacos and he gets...
You are ready to go, yet you're willing to still... I mean, I'm going to assume it because she hasn't said it yet, right? Because maybe she may have said it. You're still going to use his money. You're still going to eat, right? Even though that's the insanity right there. That's the insanity. Wasting his time, his gas. She should have, like, if she really did not already like him at the get-go, don't waste the guy's money. Don't waste the guy's time. But now you're willing to waste his gas, right? His electricity. He's driving a Tesla, and his money and his time. It's like this is the insane. This right here is why men have done coffee dates, the first date, right? Women like this have destroyed chivalry. Women like this have pretty much pushed men to say coffee dates for the first date. Coffee dates. Okay? So, at worst, if I'm going to spend any money on you, it'll probably be a coffee. Right? At worst. Or a drink. At worst. Right? I lose $5, $6 for buying you a drink. That's it, right? So this is the thing where women can't understand. You have created this. Back when I was younger, right? I'm probably, a bit older than most, we took women on dinner dates, right? We took women on dinner dates, not thinking that they already wanted to leave right when they saw you, and then continue to waste your time throughout the night. That's not how it used to be. But then men figured out, yeah, they didn't want you at the get-go, right? They already did not want you already, but they're willing to waste your time, your energy, and your money, okay? Already knowing that they don't want to go on a date with you. And that's why a lot of men, especially younger generation men, are learning from the failures of older generation men. Right? It's like, fuck that shit. I'm taking her on a coffee date. I'm taking her on a walking date. Why? Because at least then, if she didn't want to date me, I'm not losing out on anything. Okay? If she saw me and didn't want to go on a date, I'm not losing out on anything. Okay? That's the thing what women understand. They created these consequences.
It's a water as well, and his tacos. At dinner, the conversation is subpar. Again, all about himself, what he does, blah, blah, blah. Not really.
It's for you to get to know him. I mean, like, whatever. This is the thing, right? Conversation subpar. What are you adding? Are you talking? Are you just... How about you say shit? It's like, no. He needs to ask me a question for me to say anything. It's like, this is what I'm saying. Absolutely zero effort, but absolutely 100% expectations, right? Zero effort while 100% expectations.
Asking me any questions. Really only asked me if I usually date older men, if my ex was older, and how long we were together. The bill comes, he pulls out his card before the bill even gets to the table, but when the bill gets to the table, he's like, oh, well, since you picked such a good spot, like, don't worry about it, it's on me. Thank you, sir. Thank you for my $6 meal. He wants to go for a walk after. I'm like, all right, we're gonna make this a real quick walk. As we're walking around, this guy...
Really, $6 meal? I'm downing that, but fine. $6 meal, great for that guy. Low invest. This is the thing, right? This is one of the things I've changed about dating. I only do low investment dates, right? I only do low investment dates. That date, that dinner, ain't gonna break my bank. That's for sure. Not worth it. Not worth it, right? Women like this shows men why it's not worth it. It's not worth it trying to impress women. You could impress her with, let's say this. If he has spent $200 in that date, she was already, in her mind, she already did not want to go on a date with him. So if he had already spent $200, $300 on that date, he would still get the same result.
Is completely disregarding my safety or even like just basic politeness. Like, he was walking ahead of me, still talking to me, but like talking to me like back from the side. It was just so weird. Like, he asked me like, oh, do you have to be home at a certain time? Mind you, I work a full-time job, but I also have my business. So I'm like, oh yeah, I actually do have to get on a marketing call later this evening, so I do have to get back. So he's like, all right, great, we'll make it a quick walk, we'll just do like a loop and head back. I'm like, fabulous. As we're approaching the vehicle, I'm expecting, and that's probably my fault, I shouldn't be expecting, but I'm expecting for him to open the door for me again. So
it's like, here's the thing, right? If her attitude was like this, she's already disinterested, right? I can guarantee you. yeah, bitch protection. I already guarantee you he was done. Because I'm assuming, right? This is her vibe. This is her energy. This is how she's interacting. This is how she's acting. Because here's the thing. Yes, he's talking. She's not asking him anything as well, right? She's not asking him anything particular. So obviously this man probably gets the sense that this woman doesn't even care, right? The effort I'm putting out, she's putting out zero effort. And all of it, she's not even liking the effort I'm putting out, right? So this is the thing where women can't understand. You make this the vibe, right? You make this the atmosphere of this date. I've gone on dates where women just practically did shit. They didn't do nothing. I might as well go on a date with a fucking log, right? I might as well go on a date with a mannequin because they did nothing.
I get to the passenger door and he gets in the car. And mind you, I've never been in a Tesla, so excuse me, I don't know how to open the effing door handle, okay? So he opens the car reaches over and opens it from the inside. Boom. I'm like, oh, sorry, I've never been in a Tesla. He says to me verbatim, oh yeah, that's why I initially opened the door for you when I picked you up, not because I was trying to be a gentleman.
Yo, I think that's, you know what? I think this man is a G. I think this man is a G, right? I mean, he's low investment. I mean, like, you know what? I think this man is a G. I mean, he's wasting his time, but I think he's a G because he dressed very casual, low investment. The date, low investment. He already said, I'm not trying to be a gentleman to you. I'm just showing you how to open a door. Bro's a G.
Let's take a moment of silence for this jerk.
Yo.
What? Oh my goodness. Legit says that to me. I'm like, yeah, this is never fucking happening again. Never. On the way home in the ride, again, talking about himself the entire time. And I'm just, the entire way. I get home. I'm like, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed. Have a good night. Get out that car, run to my car, and act as if I'm going to my office, and blocked the shit out of him. I've never blocked someone so fast in my life. I don't understand why people go on dates to only talk about themselves and not get to know someone else and be so rude. I've never experienced.
This is the thing. It's like women are so dense. The man knows. This is the thing women gotta understand, right? Most men, when they go on a date with you, they already know that I want to go on a date with this again. I want to go. I want to possibly see her again. Okay. But here's the thing also. You have to put in the effort. Stop waiting for a man to ask you a question. Say something. If he can do it, why can't you? Right? If he can say shit about himself, why can't you say anything? It's like, this is the thing where women can't initiate shit. They're so lazy. Where's the effort? It's not like this whole night. It's like she's only expecting effort from him. You need to ask me questions. You need to open the door. You need to take me to a restaurant where you gotta spend more on it. It's like, you need to dress nicer. It's like, you already like how if you already accepted a date, most likely you already thought he was good looking. So you already like how he looked. I mean, you're going for tacos. It's not like you're going out to like a steak dinner. But
anything like this, but this was the absolute worst date I've ever been on. From the water shoes to the paying the bill to the I'm not a gentleman, I just opened your door because you're an idiot. Whatever, but you know what? I had to share because I know a lot of us on here have these experiences, and I wanted to share my horrible experience. After that, I deleted the dating apps, and I can actually say I'm probably not going to go on another date for a really long time.
Great. Great. Waste your youth. This is what men like, right? This is what I said. This is what I've said before. Women expect men at their best, but give men their worst. Great. You get older. You get more traumatized. You get more bitter. Your expectations get higher. That's what men want, right? Men want you at your oldest. That's what men want. Great, don't date. And men want you where you're less experienced of how to compromise, how to handle partnership. That's what men want. It's like, this is the thing what women can't understand. Stop dating then. Purely 100% stop dating. Don't date. Get out of the dating market, okay? Do situationships. Do friends with benefit. Because this mentality is why you will suffer later on when in your late 30s, in your late 40s. This mentality right here. This is the image of all the Kendra G single women's that I've reacted to, right? Later on in their life. Still looking for the man. Still looking for a man. Later on in their life. Right here. So, yeah. What do you guys think of this? Look at the crazy look. Not bad stopping screen. But yeah, what do you guys think? Yes, most are. Most are. Alright, let's do another one. Alright, let's check out this video. Right? I think it's a two-parter.
I am a person who practices celibacy, and I've been celibate for 8 months now. I broke that celibacy while on vacation, and I told myself I was just going to go right back to being celibate. But after I broke my celibacy, I am now horny all the time. And where I live, I'm not that physically attracted to a lot of guys for many reasons, more than just physically. But that's like for starters. And there's this guy that I was talking to for a little period of time, and we were supposed to hang out, and we never actually ended up hanging out because he went out of town. And when he went out of town, we kind of like made plans to hang out, but the plans never like went through. And so I unfollowed him from Instagram, and he unfollowed me. Mind you, this is a friend of a friend, so not a complete stranger, and I know he's real, you know. And this is somebody that I think is physically attractive, so I want to fuck. And I know that he's probably the type of guy that doesn't want anything serious, which is perfect because I don't either. I'm a very emotional being, so I know this is going to be really hard for me to like not be attached, but I really just am super horny. So what I was thinking, go to part 2.
There's a comment that says BOP Lore. This is the thing, right? Women's fake celibacy. It's like, what's the point? What's the point? It's like, what's the point of being celibate? Just to you to break it again. For one night stands. Just for you to do a friends with benefit. For a fling. That's great. What's the point? It's like, this is why men question when women say I'm celibate. I haven't done it in whatever. It's a complete lie. Because women like this shows you these are lies. The celibate journey, right? Oh, I broke it, but I'm gonna go back to it. It's not, seriously, celibacy is not like a, I don't know. fucking subscription service, right? Where you cancel it and then go back on it. It's not really, it's like, what's the point of being celibate when you're just going to do these one night stands, these flings, these friends with benefits? What's the point? This is a thing where women can't understand. Celibacy usually is a point where you don't have sex so you can find your long-term partner. Okay? So you're not racking up bodies. But no. It's just, you just go into a dry spell. That's it. That's the thing. That's why a lot of men, this is why men say, do not trust what women say. Right? Watch their actions. Right? Don't listen to what women say. You watch their actions. Okay? Because celibacy is crap with women. Right? Absolute crap.
Okay, so I can either have sex with somebody I've already had sex with, so technically I'm not adding a body to the body count, but the sex isn't that good and I'm not that physically attracted to this person. Or I can have sex with this said guy that I've been talking about for my last video, who I think is so hot, but I can't get my emotions like involved because I don't want to be let down or sad or whatever. So I was thinking I should refollow him on Instagram, so I just refollowed him, and then I was gonna see if he hit me up. If not, I was thinking, hey, do you want to fuck? Like, just like texting him that. But I'm like, okay, maybe that's too aggressive. So maybe I'll text him like, hey, how are you? Been thinking of you, like what's new, etc. And then follow up with, can we like hang out and like fuck? Is that too forward? Is that too much? Am I like turning into a guy? Like, I don't know, but I have needs and I have wants, and I'm not a horny person, but I am right now, and I just really need your guys' advice. So let me know what I should do, in all honesty. And this is so out of my character, but like, I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay, so
she's definitely for the streets, right? While walking the streets, she's for the streets. The life of wanting the chats. This is the thing, right? The life of wanting the players. She said it herself. She wants to go with a man that doesn't want anything serious. What was the point of celibacy then? Right? That fake ass shit. Right? I want to show you these are the lies that women say, right? The celibacy journey. For what? No point. And like, she's not attracted to a whole bunch of men. There's no man she finds attractive yet. The man that she does find attractive is the man that doesn't want anything serious. Wow, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. She's attracted to the man that doesn't want anything serious, that probably just wants sex. Surprise, surprise, that's who she's attracted to. I guarantee you, she's not attracted to the nice guys, to the guys that want to give her commitment, the guys that want to be in a monogamous relationship with her. I guarantee you that. But no, the guy that will just use her and abuse her, pump and dump, right? Doesn't want anything serious for her. That's who she wants. That's who she wants. And here's the thing, right? Her thing about adding bodies. What she's doing is not helping anyway. Because this is the thing what women understand, right? Women have to understand, this is clear. Men say body count is not because of how many, necessarily about how many men you slept with. It's about because you deal with so many men, there's trauma, right? There's usually bad experiences that come from dealing with so many men. The chance that you dealt with just one man in your life and it was a bad experience is different than you dealt with 30 men in your life and it was a bad experience. It's drastically different, right? Drastically different. That's why body count matters. It's not necessarily, I mean, the number does matter, but it's not necessarily about the number. It's about the trauma, right? The experiences. So really, this woman is defeating the purpose of anything, right? Celibacy, F that. Body count, F that. So really, what's the point? Be your 304 self, right? Be your BOP self and get with a Chad. I'm pretty sure if she said, I just want to fuck, he would be fine with it. Because all he sees this woman as is a pump and dump. So you could say that you just want to have sex with any man. I'm pretty sure he'd be fine with it. Because he won't see you as long-term commitment. But this is why I said I have no sympathy for women when it comes to dating. Because women like this will be used and abused by the Chads, by the Tyrones, by the players, the bad boys, right? The Pookies and the Ray Rays. Women like this will be used by those men. Okay? And then continuously used by those men and then say, where are the good guys at? Why can't I find a man? Why are men cheaters? Why are men liars, right? Why do men only want one thing? That's why I have no sympathy for women like this. Because again, you let yourself be used and abused by terrible men, and then after you're used and abused by terrible men, you're asking for good guys. Like I said, you want men at their best, you give men your worst. It's absolutely disgusting. And that is why, right, they say nice guys finish last. Because nice guys usually get the finish. They get the you know, the crap at the finish. They get the used up products, right? They get the used and abused women. After she's been through rows of Chads, right? She's been through rows of Chads, and now, oh, that's what the good guy gets, right? Her used and abused self? Yeah, that's what the good guys get. Yeah, that's great. But, yeah. What do you guys think? I thought this was a interesting story, kind of, right? It's kind of a story. I thought it was an interesting video, so I wanted to, yeah, react to it. So let's check this video out.
I've said before that once you start publicly humiliating your partner online, you can't just unring that bell. Sometimes your actions have consequences, and as a real-life example, let's look at this Gabby Gab's laundry drama situation. Gabby's a creator who went viral recently after posting a series of videos documenting how she got sick of doing her husband's laundry, so she just stopped doing it. The husband, not used to this change, keeps forgetting to move his laundry out of the washer and into the dryer, and she's documenting all of this, including all of their back and forths over the course of days. And we quickly realize this is not some lighthearted joke because she literally says she's going to divorce him in June. The reactions are pretty mixed. Some people find it really relatable, and other people find it really unhealthy to be filming the decline of their marriage, and I'm in that camp. Then suddenly the videos disappear, and people are like, what happened? Did she just start doing his laundry again? Then, last night, we get an update.
They went snooping and found him and messaged him and showed him the videos, which he had no idea about.
You guys found him and sent him the videos, and of course he didn't know.
So I had already been planning on telling my husband about the videos anyways. I just wanted to wait a little while longer.
Wait until when? Until you had enough people who agreed with you so you could show him and be like, look how many people agree with me? Now get this.
So since my husband likes to stay very, very private, I thought it was just, how do I say? I guess kind of like an invasion of privacy, you know, with him being military.
Way to take zero accountability. She's literally trying to blame anyone else for the invasion of his privacy except for herself. Like, lady, you realize that the internet would have no videos to send to your husband if you did not make them. And he's a military, one of the most demanding and stressful jobs of all time. Okay, now we have to know what she does for a living. Oh my god, it's literally the worst case scenario. She does MLM. Pro tip, if anyone ever tries to make you a preferred client, that's their way of trying to add you to the pyramid. It's the same way marketers will be like, do you want to be our company's ambassador? And you're like, ooh, what's an ambassador? And they're like, we'll give you 10% off if you post a picture wearing our product. It's like, That's not an ambassador, that's a coupon. But anyway, I infrequently have no words. But the final part is so cringe.
But for the offended little boys out there, you thought you were gonna take me down? You didn't. Your girl's still here.
But they did take you down. You took your videos down. Like, it's not like anybody wanted to take you out forever. We just wanted you to recognize that these videos in particular were going to be harmful to your marriage, which I think you agree. Just let this be a lesson about airing your literal dirty laundry online, because like I said, once you publicly humiliate your partner, you can't just unring that bell, and sometimes you end up publicly humiliating yourself. I've said before that once you...
This is the thing, right? I think this is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. This is marriages, right? It's like, here's the thing where it looks like, right? It looks like she's a stay-at-home mom doing side hustles, in my opinion. From the look of what was shown, it looks like she's a stay-at-home mom that does side hustles. But it's like, you know, this is the thing where I think that there's no partnerships anymore, right? It's like women expect the most from men. He needs to provide. He needs to contribute to the household. He needs to contribute to the child care. Well, what is she doing? Right? What is she doing? Complaining. She's pretty much living the life how she wants to live. While she expects him to provide and contribute in every single department. It's like, that's why a lot of men are seeing that. You know, this is the thing, right? Yes, marriage rates are not drastically increasing, but, I mean, divorce rates are not drastically increasing, but marriage rates are decreasing. Less and less people are getting married. Right? But that kind of correlates, right? If there's not as much people getting married, well, of course, there's not going to be many divorces that follow. So that's the thing where a lot of people just seeing, what's the point? Women have high expectations that aren't being met. And then men see like, what's the point of being married? It's just like men have of present day seen the struggles of men of olden days, right? Of the past generations. They don't want that shit, right? Those men don't want that shit. So it's like, what's the point? And you know what? Yes, social media has ruined women. I think social media has ruined women drastically. Because here's the thing. It's practically mob mentality. Mob mentality. Because women will post anything, right? He didn't do laundry at all, right? He can't do his laundry. And then post it online where hundreds, thousands of women agreeing or bashing the man, supporting the woman, saying he's terrible, leave him, all this shit, right? Validating her feelings. And then she's empowered to treat the man like shit. Say, oh my God, I'm going to divorce him because he's terrible at doing laundry. That's the shit, right? Have destroyed a lot of women. Just like how practically all women think they're 10s because of the internet, because of social media. And it has created an abundance of narcissistic women. Because honestly, women are more characteristically narcissistic than men. Because hell, I can tell you this, right? Men in general aren't being told that they're 10s. Men do not have the confidence to be narcissistic. Okay? They do not have the confidence. They do not have the personality, right? Because they treat it like shit. So they don't have the personality to be narcissistic.
Start publicly humiliating your partner online, you can't just unring that bell. Sometimes your actions have consequences, and as a real-life example, let's look at this Gabby Gab's laundry drama situation.
I can tell you this, right? I think there has been a trend of women publicly, right, embarrassing their men. It's like, they are putting down the man that they supposedly want to be with, putting them down online, right? Saying shit about them, posting crap, posting whatever, right? To shame the men that they're with. That's what's the point of being in relationships?
Gabby's a creator who went viral recently after posting a series of videos documenting how she got sick of doing her husband's laundry, so she just stopped doing it. The husband, not used to this change,
it's like that's the insanity. Sick of doing your husband's laundry. So if he's sick of paying the bills, if he's sick of providing, is that fine? No. That's abuse of finances, right? That's what women say. It's abuse of finances. You're abusing it. Yet women are cheered, right, supported on anything they do, anything and everything they do.
He's forgetting to move his laundry out of the washer and into the dryer, and she's documenting all of this, including all of their back and forths over the course of days. And we quickly realize this is not some lighthearted joke because she literally says she's going to divorce him in June. The reactions are
going to divorce him. Going to divorce him. The threats, right? I am absolutely flabbergasted that she would say she's going to divorce him. And if that man saw these videos and still continued to stay with her, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This is the thing where I've heard so many stories, right? About men having no backbone. Of men being doormats. How can your wife, who essentially you're providing for, you're taking care of, you're loving, is ridiculing you online for something as laundry? Laundry. That takes what? 10 minutes? 30 minutes? Clothes in the basket? Boom. In the laundry machine. This is not like 100 years ago where you're like effing washing shit by hand. You take shit, put it in the laundry machine. Whoop-de-doo, you pour detergent. It's not rocket science. It's not like manual back-breaking labor, right? But yet, no. He's lazy. The man is lazy because he can't do that. Yet, he can provide for you, and while you complain by him not doing the laundry. This is why I said women's cooking and cleaning, this is the thing. The modern convenience that we have pretty much given to women is not like the same as our grandparents, right? They're not washing shit by hand. And they're not making you, 6-course dinners. Right? It's usually fucking pre-made shit. And then it's practically pop it in the laundry machine, pour detergent, boom, let it go. It's not like the most back-breaking shit ever. But the men still have to go to work. Still the same shit, right? Still the same amount of physical stress, mental stress, emotional stress.
pretty mixed. Some people find it really relatable, and other people find it really unhealthy to be filming the decline.
Mystic said it right? It kills me. Most married men are afraid of losing someone. They are taking care of doing it all. Here's the thing, right? I talk about and for average men. Average men. I'm not talking about the six-figure men, the Chaz, Tyrones, the top percent men. I'm not talking because I don't know those men, or I'm not one of those men, right? I know the experiences of average men. Average men, dating is not easy. Dating is not easy. I've been out of the dating scene because I ain't able to get a girl tomorrow, right? It doesn't happen to me like that, right? Dating for average men is not easy. It is not. So, because it's so difficult, when you get someone, right? When you have that one person that supposedly love you, you will take all the crap they give. You will take any crap they give you, right? Any crumbs they give you. Because again, in a man's mind, and I speak, right? I've lived it. It's the sad truth where I hate going back to the dating scene. I hate being alone. I hate that shit. So I'll take whatever crumbs she gives me because, again, at least she's giving me some crumbs, right? That's the man's mind, right? That's the average man's mind. Average good man's mind is like, at least she's giving me some crumbs, right? A little bit of attention, a little bit of love. Even though she's treating me like shit, is it better than being by myself? Is it better than being back on the dating scene? Is it better than having nobody? A lot of men just take it, right? Because a lot of men know that it is shitty being on the dating scene. So a lot of men just accept it. And that's why that's the struggle of being a good average man.
Of their marriage, and I'm in that camp. Then suddenly the videos disappear and people are like, what happened? Did she just start doing his laundry again? Then last night we get an update.
They went snooping and found him and messaged him and showed him the videos, which he had no idea about.
You guys found him and sent him the videos, and of course he didn't know.
So I had already been planning on telling my husband about the videos anyways. I just wanted to wait a little while longer.
Wait until when? Until you had enough people who agreed with you so you could show him and be like, look how many people agree with me? Now get this.
So since my husband likes to stay very, very private, I thought it was just, how do I say? I guess kind of like an invasion of privacy, you know, with him being...
He probably gave her an ultimatum. She made him look like shit. She made him look like an idiot. I'm absolutely surprised the man would stay. But you know what? Maybe I'm not surprised. But it's disheartening that he would stay because his wife ridiculed him. Pretty much, she's emasculating him, right? Using strangers to put him down. And then threatening divorce. Threatening divorce. And he still stays with her.
In military.
Way to take zero accountability. She's literally trying to blame anyone else for the invasion of his privacy except for herself. Like, lady, you realize that the internet would have no videos to send to your husband if you did not make them. And he's a military, one of the most demanding and stressful jobs of all time. Okay, now we have to know what she does for a living. Oh my god, it's literally the worst case scenario. She does MLM. Pro tip, if anyone ever tries to make you a
That's why it's like I'm assuming she's a stay-at-home mom that's just doing side hustles.
preferred client, that's their way of trying to add you to the pyramid. It's the same way marketers will be like, do you want to be our company's ambassador? And you're like, ooh, what's an ambassador? And they're like, we'll give you 10% off if you post a picture wearing our product. It's like, that's not an ambassador, that's a coupon. But anyway, I infrequently have no words. But the final part is so cringe.
But for the offended little boys out there, you thought you were gonna take me down? You didn't. Your girl's still here.
But they did take you down. You took your videos down. Like, it's not like anybody wanted to take you out forever. We just wanted you to recognize that these videos in particular were going to be...
I would have wanted the husband to recognize that that's how your wife viewed you, right? She ridiculed you because of laundry. She threatened divorce because of the laundry. But no, you know, it's the sad life of a lot of good men. It's the sad life of a lot of average men. Right? It is. And yeah, it's for the validations of strangers. Really? This is the thing where, this is the part where women are so easily manipulated. Easily manipulated by their friends, by strangers. Yo, Cash, what's up? What's up? Thank you for stopping by. They are easily manipulated by strangers. And they desire it. They desire the validations of strangers. Of everyone and anyone. Besides the man that they love. That's why it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? I didn't watch this video a whole lot. I mean, I barely looked at it, so I don't really know what it say. But I guess it's talking about the Cam Newton stuff. Please check out my other live. I think it was the Monday one, where I watched the whole Cam Newton interview. It was okay. But you know, I said some certain things. I hope you guys checked it out. Hope you guys like it. So, you know, check out that that live on. It was like 2 lives ago, right? Check that out. So let's check this. What she says.
Eric, I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
By how many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more.
By multiple women? What's the intent
I
of
just
this?
want
Or
God
by
to
your
bring
wife?
them. I just want God to bring them.
I remember years ago when I had Twitter, I said that Future was mentally ill for having so many baby mamas, and I got so much backlash for it, but I never thought I was wrong about that take. And this guy, Cam Newton, I'm not very familiar with him. I don't watch sports, so I don't really give a fuck. But he's just another example of a mentally ill man who believes that just because he has enough money to provide for his children, it means he should have multiple children with multiple women. These dudes seriously fail to comprehend that having money to provide for your child is not the same as showing up in that child's life as a father.
Here's the thing, right? It's 4 minutes, so I'm probably not gonna like let it play out and then react to it. So I'm just gonna react to it while it's playing. This is the misandry of women. This is the she probably is mad that she's not one. Here's the thing. This is the misandry of women. I've said this before. This is why women don't have a logic bone in their body. Am I saying Cam Newton is, you know, mentally stable? No. But I've said this, right? 1 toxic, irresponsible man. 3 toxic, irresponsible women. The math. It is worse that 3 people, right, would rather be baby mama to 1 man. And I think he has another one too. 4. I think he has 4. Let's not forget the Futures, the Nick Cannons. Those are 1 man, right? 1 man with multiple women wanting, agreeing to be baby mamas to these men. Hell, even Sierra was part of it. So, right? So this is the thing. These multiple women agreeing, wanting to be baby mamas to these men. Few select men. Multiple women. So here's the thing. The insanity, the idiocy of her focusing on 1 man and not saying shit about the multiple women. That shows you the hypocrisy, the bias, right? She's just looking for a reason to blame men, to ridicule men, to say shit about men. Well, let's say this, logically speaking, it is multiple women being idiots, being mentally ill, as she's saying. When it's only 1 man that's mentally ill, as she wants to put it, while there's multiple women. So really, in all honesty, what does it make more sense? For you to talk about the multiple women or the 1 man?
But because they don't see children as living beings who are their own entities and have autonomy over their bodies, they don't care about showing up as a father in their lives. They've been programmed to think that all they need to do is provide financially. So to them, it makes perfect sense that just because they have so much money means it's okay for them to have so many kids with so many different women. I do think that's a mental illness.
Here's the thing, right? Obviously, she didn't listen to shit, too. If you watch the interview, he said those kids live with him. He said he's active in their kid's life. But all she thinks, this is what I'm saying, right? This is the misandry that women are pushing out. This is why men are fed up with women. This is the misandry you are putting out. You want to put a small clip and then make a whole story, a narrative around it. Because again, let's say this. I don't know the original study, right? But there was a study that said black men are one of the most active fathers. But no, let's paint an image of him being mentally ill, ignoring the women that chose this, right? Ignoring the women, the multiple women that wanted to be a baby mama to this man. But hey, let's just bash this man, and not even bash him correctly when you don't even hear the whole story. Literally, the man said he has these kids. He has these kids the majority of the time. These kids are living with him. He's there for these kids. He's taking these kids to their sport practices. He's active in these kids' lives. But no, let's ignore the shit he said that paint him as a good father, and then focus on the story that you're trying to make to paint him as a bad father.
Illness, because my dad wanted a lot of kids, but you know what he did? He had multiple kids with the same women. He had 10 kids with the same woman because he wanted to have a lot of kids. I don't understand why you have to constantly create so many new families just because you want to have so many.
What the hell is the difference then? You think, like I said, right? His kids, Cam Newton's kids, supposedly, I don't know if it's true or not, he said it out of his mouth. He said that his kids live with him. 8 kids. So her story is her dad, who had 10 kids, is a better thing because he had one family? What? I mean, it's like... And here's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure Cam Newton is providing better than her family. Right? His kids, Cam Newton's kids, is begging for nothing. Right?
Kids. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I think it really comes down to possession. Like, these dudes really believe that once a woman has their baby, she's his for life. And they don't really care about marriage because, like he said, something along the lines of, my fear of divorce is greater than my desire to get married. And I don't understand these women who are signing themselves up to be property for these dudes for literally nothing, for a paycheck. But you're doing all the rest of the work by yourself. You're being both parents to that child.
Where's her? She's a dingbat. What? It's like, for a paycheck, it's like, this is the thing where women, like, they're so delusional, right? You don't know this man's family. You don't know what he's doing. You're assuming he's not active. This is the thing where you're assuming the woman is doing everything. You're trying to paint the picture of the woman being a saint. I mean, maybe an idiotic saint, but you're trying to paint the woman into a better light.
Even though one of his parents is financially providing, you are showing up emotionally as the mother and the father, because the father cannot be in so many different places at once for all his kids and all his baby mamas.
His kids live with him. Please listen to the story. Please listen. That's why this is the problem with a lot of women. You listen to be triggered, to react. You don't listen to understand. Because again, you didn't hear nothing. You didn't hear anything. You heard multiple kids, multiple women. Boom. Let me go bash the man. Instead of listening to, you know what? He has his kids. From his own mouth. He has his kids. He's taking care of his kids.
Not to mention, these women, when they have kids, like, they need emotional support as well. Like, being pregnant is such a huge deal. I think it's truly mentally ill to knock up so many women and then not even consider that they might be going through something once they have your child. Like, postpartum depression is real. And for you to...
In my personal opinion, it's not. Controversial. This may be, if I doubt women watch this shit, right? Controversial opinion. I don't think postpartum is real. Now, I think it's as real as, let's say this, as being depressed. But honestly, everyone and anyone can get depressed. To be all honest, postpartum is such a... How they paint it out, right? It's such a whack-ass shit. It's just a dump in hormones. In my opinion, right? Sue me if I'm wrong. But it's just a dump in hormones. So it's a fluctuation in emotions. Here's the thing. How people go about it, you're just weak. And there's nothing wrong with being weak. But it's like you don't have a control of your emotions. So really, ooh, okay, you're depressed. Great. The world doesn't owe you sympathy. Right? Wake up. Be an adult. You're nothing special being depressed. Wake up. I've been depressed, right? I have wanted to, I've had plenty of dark days, dark months. I wanted, the worst case scenarios, but I had to wake up. No one was there to pity me, and they shouldn't. Pitying somebody is not helping them, right? You need to get up and work and push through.
Move on to the next woman and start impregnating her right after you just had a baby with another woman. I'm not saying this is what Cam Newton did or what Future did, but this is what most of those guys will do. They will knock up multiple women in a row, or they'll have a baby and then they'll go get someone else pregnant right after their first baby mama has a baby or their second baby mama has a baby or whatever. Like that, it's all mental illness. It's really mental illness.
It's crazy, right? It's funny that these women would say that's a mental illness, right? Here's another controversial opinion. Insane that these women will say that that is a mental illness to knock up a woman right after another woman, so on and so on. Yet none of them will say, none of these women will say that cross-dressing, right? Thinking yourself a woman, thinking yourself a man, isn't a mental illness. And yes, welcome to the 1%, boo. Let's say this, right? There's not many men that can do that. There's not many men that can do that, that can knock up one woman after another, and so on and so on. So, to be honest, even that's a rare man. Even that is a rare man in itself. But this is the thing where it's the hypocrisy. It's the delusion of women. You pick and choose what's a mental illness, right? When you want to bash men, it's a mental illness. Yeah, but you know what? Actual mental illness, you don't say shit about.
Believe you own these women, you don't believe children are their own entities who have autonomy over their lives, therefore you don't value them as human beings, therefore you think it's okay to not show up in their lives as a father. You think it's okay for your presence as a father to be limited to the amount of money that you're going to send the baby mama every single month. That's mental illness. And this is a particularly American mental illness because all around the world in different cultures, there are men who want to have multiple families. But you know what they will do? They will marry those women. They will have 2 wives, they will have 3 wives, they will have 4 wives. They will marry those women and they will have multiple children with multiple different women. Making it official with marriage matters. But because that's not legal in the United States, and these dudes don't want to marry just one woman, they are...
Why would it matter? Why would it matter? This is the thing, right? Why would it matter? This is the insanity of women. It's a piece of paper. What does it change? How much money he gives them? Cam Newton, Future, Nick Cannon probably still gives them a lot of money. What does it matter? It's like the piece of... This is the idiocy of a lot of women, or this woman in particular. Having the marriage certificate does not mean he's more of an active father. Right? Because again, here's a woman that did not even listen to the man she's trying to bash. That man says his kids are living with him. He's taking care of his kids. And yet, she thinks a marriage certificate will signify the man to be more active in the child's life. That's BS. 100% BS. Because again, a marriage certificate does not equate a good father.
Are going around impregnating multiple women, claiming that it's fulfilling some sort of need of theirs. I don't know what kind of fucking need.
And that's probably right? The only reason is that if they feel like divorcing, now they have incentive.
fulfilling, but it's fulfilling some sort of need. Meanwhile, they're just creating children who are going to be traumatized for life because they didn't have a very active father. I don't know, man. None of this bullshit makes any sense to me, and I stand on what I said years ago about Future. He's fucking mentally ill. The other guy, Nick Cannon, mentally ill. This guy, mentally ill. It's mental illness. These dudes need to be...
These dudes. Three guys. Let's say this, right? I don't know the exact number, but 3 guys. Let's combine all their baby moms. Most likely, more than 20 women, right? I'm assuming, right? I think probably about 15 women or so, right? Future, Cam Newton about 4. I think Nick Cannon about 4 or 5. I think Future is about, I don't know, also 4 or 5. So really, these 3 men are mentally ill, yet barely a mention of the women that chose to be with these men, chose to be baby mamas to these men. I guarantee you, she ain't bashing Sierra, right? A woman that chose to be the 3rd, the 4th baby mama to the man, right? Sierra chose to be the 3rd or 4th baby mama to Future. No bashing towards her, right? That the sisterhood, but yet you bash the men that these women willingly chose to be baby mamas to. These women didn't stipulate, oh, you need to marry me before having kids. No. None of these women did. Not even Sierra. Okay? Not even Sierra. And yet, these men are mentally ill. See, that's the thing, right? That is the misandry of women. That is the hypocrisy. That is the delusion of women. Because, like this is the thing, right? Both men or women, I'm going to call you out on your illogical behaviors. Yet, women constantly show their bias hate. They constantly show their bias hate. Absolutely ridiculous. This is sad. This is why, even though she's decently looking, right? 6, maybe a 7, probably a 6. The feminist ideology have made women just undesirable, right? Undesirable. This is why the players, the bad boys, the Chaz Tyrone just pump and dump these women. That's why these women are having a hard time on the dating market, because of their delusional ideologies. Absolutely. And this is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. Why, at the beginning, why I said that these women, these strong, independent women, right? As they get older, it only gets worse. You think this woman will follow a man's lead? You think this woman will bring a man peace? You think this woman will, how she treat a man, right? Imagine how she would treat a man. So really, it's like, it will only get worse as she age. That's why I said, why women become bigger red flags as they age. Because again, they don't get better with age. They don't. They get worse. The ideologies that they have gets more ingrained, right? The bitterness gets bitter, gets more bitter, right? The jadedness, the attitude, the combativeness, it gets worse over time. It does not get better, right? No woman that's really dominant, that's combative, that's argumentative, that's chaotic, they don't become submissive with time. So, yeah. What do you guys think? All right. So, I think it was a good bunch of video clips, good bunch of reaction. I think it was fun. I hope you guys like it. Mystic, you're amazing. Thank you for stopping by. Monger, you're amazing. Thank you for stopping by. Alvi, love ya. You're amazing. Cash, thank you for stopping by too. You guys are amazing. What was it? Clan, if you're still here, thank you for, stopping by at the beginning. You guys are amazing. Thank you for checking out the live. Thank you for, watching the videos. I love you guys, right? You guys are the reason why I do these live streams. Family, exactly. Honestly, you guys that come so often, that checks out my live, you guys are like family to me, right? You guys are my brothers. My brothers, right? I love you guys. You guys are the reason why I love doing these lives. Interacting with you guys, talking to you guys, it's amazing. So I hope you guys have a good night. Hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Check you guys out Monday, right? Later, guys.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?